Hey traders, this is Jeff from zentrader.ca with a intraday market update, which I don't generally do, but today I was pretty active closing out a number of short positions, and I wanted to talk about why I did what I did, what I expect, or what could transpire over the next 1 to 4 trading sessions, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about this Facebook IPO, which has the potential to move the markets one way or the other. With the markets selling off, it's easy to say that the markets are going to continue selling off, but I don't know as if that's the case. However, I wouldn't advise. I would advise against going long right now. I know that the contrarian in most of us wants to, and I even found myself at one point today looking at some long stocks thinking, okay, well, if I did want to go long and buy some stocks, what would I do? But I think ultimately we're going to be heading lower over the next 1 to 2 months. I think we're going to get a little bit of a relief rally. Maybe Facebook's the catalyst. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not. And maybe we'll rally up a bit, but then I think we'll roll over and see new lows. Or that's one scenario. Or we just head lower, and so that's the other scenario. So both scenarios have us moving lower, and that's pretty much my analysis for the gold and silver markets as well. So you can pretty much apply that. So I would not be a dip buyer in gold and silver either. I think that we'll get a relief rally in that, but then ultimately we're going lower. So both scenarios have gold and silver and the general markets in the U.S. lower probably 6 weeks from now. So yes, there would be some trading opportunities in there, but I would just as soon trade with the trend instead of going counter trend. So here I'm going to show you some different views on the NASDAQ as to why I did trim out of my one short position, ORLY, which I'll show you that chart in a bit. I trimmed out of my trading shares on the Qs, and I still hold a core position in diamonds because I do want to be exposed to the market to the short side should we just continue to sell off. I did not want to close out of everything because I know I've tried to do this in the past, and I always end up selling a position and the market continues going with the way that position was structured, and it can be a little frustrating when you make a prediction, or you do some analysis on the market and you determine, okay, I'm going to short the market, and then you try to get too fancy, and then the market keeps going down. So the reasons why I think we could bounce, number one, is we're getting close to 20 on the RSI. On the NASDAQ composite, we're not quite there yet. But today's sell-off, you can look at this candle, it's fairly significant, and we just may sell off right into the close, which will push this RSI down lower. When you look at the daily chart, just a different view, the 4-day moving average is almost nearly underneath. Maybe if I update this, it might be underneath the lower counter channel. That's generally a good. Nope, it's not quite there yet, but if we even gap down tomorrow, that would definitely bring that down, and that will be further reason for me to believe that this market could bounce. We do have the Facebook catalyst tomorrow. That's just like an earnings, in my opinion, an earnings or some kind of Fed meeting. It could be that large. You look here at the RSI in the 60-minute, it is at a 20 level. Could be looking at a double bottom here in the relative strength indicator. So I just really wanted to take some profit off the table and bank it. I closed out of my ORLY position. I got in this at 104. I sold it, it's at 94. I think I sold it at 96. I was really just looking for it to fill this gap. And when it did that, I exited because that was my goal. Know where you want to exit a trade for a profit, and when it does that, execute the trade, because this could just as easily gone down and bounced, and I could have lost some points that way. So I look for the markets to potentially have some sort of a bounce, which I think will be a great shorting opportunity next week, maybe the week after. So take care, guys.